Sizzling TV series, the cast is not afraid to tackle difficult subject matter head on.
You know, you'll have to do more than break records if you want to become team captain.
Who said I wanted to become captain?
Come on, Emily. You checked out on this team for months, and now you check back in and act like you never left? Of course you're gunning for captain.
I'm not gunning for anything.
Good. Because being so into the breaststroke could really end up hurting you.
What does that mean?
It means we all know what team you really play for.
You know what, Paige? You need to suck it up. If you want to beat me, work harder.
Ooh, that's good for Pretty Little Liars. Please welcome Shay Mitchell. So nice to have you there.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Your reaction to that, because that kind of sets up, you know, everything that you've been dealing with as your character.
Yes. That's, I mean, a prime example of bullying, unfortunately. But it just shows that, I mean, Paige's character is obviously dealing with her own insecurities and
her own sexuality.
Well, yes, and is taking a jab at Emily's, so she fights back.
Well, it's kind of interesting because you don't, like, you know, shy away from this subject.
Not at all.
Why did you feel it was so necessary, or the writers or everybody collectively feel it was so important to tackle it head on? Well,
I think because, you know, the writers have such a good pulse on today's society, and so we should do it honestly and show other people what's out there and what's really happening. And we don't shy away from it because we're going to show it.
Yeah, that's true. You do show it, that's for sure.
Yes,
and you show it, and we'll get to that and how racy things can be. Just before, on this theme, It Gets Better project, you know, it's to help bring awareness to bullying. We were part of it. You were part of it. Do you feel like it all went hand in hand in, like, really spreading the message of, like, everybody, let's get along together? I do, and I think so many shows, you know, there's a gay character in so many of these shows, and it's amazing. We should bring awareness to this. So the PSA was really important to us, and we were happy to do it. Yeah, and it's so important because kids, no matter what you say, they still look at TV, and they still are inspired by it, or sometimes offended by it, or sometimes, you know, they see themselves in a character, identify it. Themselves in it. Let's talk about the raciness. You want to go there?
It gets pretty racy.
I know. Are we skins racy, or?
I haven't seen the show, to be quite honest, but I mean, our show pushes the envelope, definitely. I don't think it goes over the top. That's for sure.
In what sense? In
every sense. I think that we're showing what's actually happening in today's society, and we're doing it with, you know, taste and you know, we're not going overboard. Well, that's good. That's good, because as a parent, I'm glad that you're not going overboard, because there's so much out there and there's so many mixed messages, and I know you're trying to stay on the positive tip and tackle topics, but then when you kind of, like, blur the lines with, like, the sexuality and the gratuitous everything else, it just kind of goes, come on. But I know we have to get ratings, trust me. Well, yes, and I think the scenes with Emily and Maya are done, you know, more than just to titillate. I think they're done, you know, it's such a sweet relationship what they have. I bet you it's more men than girls that are really watching. I bet you. I digress. All right, let's talk about Degrassi. I'm a huge fan of the Degrassi franchise. Yes. And a lot of people came from Degrassi, which I'm kind of surprised about. They did. I mean, I think being Canadian, it's such an awesome thing to have on your resume. I mean, I did a small part in working with Nina, who's now on Vampire Diaries and doing her thing. But, yeah, I mean, it's a cool thing. If you're Canadian, you have to do Degrassi. I know. You are a Canadian, so what's the best part about being? What's your favorite part? And, like, you know, New Yorkers, we all, you know, Americans, we kind of go, ha, ha, ha. Our neighbors up north. I know. Well, I mean, I'm living in LA now, so I'm loving it. I'm loving the weather. I'm not going to tell you that it's probably going to be really sunny today, looking at the weather here. But, yeah, I tried to bring some of that, and I don't really know if that helped. I don't think it did. But I hope you catch your flight out. Shay Mitchell, thanks so much for coming in. You can catch Pretty Little Liars this Monday night on ABC Family. So nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, too.